Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NHL20 Franchise GM Mode, taking the Memphis Venom into the draft and postseason of the 2020-2021 season, which we got bumped out of the Western Conference Finals. We're doing so well, and then we fell flat. But the good and the bad of that is it tells me that the team that I have assembled is doing all right. But the bad about it is now that we go into our draft, it makes it infinitely more difficult to make any draft trades. But I do have a lot of draft picks. I mean, not a million, but I've got enough draft picks that I can possibly make a move here and try to get one of these top picks. All right, right away, let's work on number one. The odds are very very slim that I'm going to pull this off. Yeah, see, that pick isn't really worth anything. So, do I have any goalies that they're interested in? They're interested in Stepan. But he's not going to bring in anything. I simply do not have any players with value that is going to make this happen. And that certainly sucks. That really, really sucks. Shit. All right, let's jump out because we're not gonna pull that off. But what about with Brooklyn? They are willing to trade their first round pick. What if I also included? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. But what about my first round overall pick for next year? So here's the thing. I might not get a first round pick. I mean, yeesh. If I don't at least have any players of value that they're interested in, I'm really not going to have much of a chance here. Even with Heinola, I don't think that's nearly... Nah. Nope. Alright, well, I'm definitely not getting one of the first couple of... Let's look at the draft class real quick. Batman! Say what? Welcome back, Batman. He's Batman. So, let's see. I mean, this is a damn good player, but it says loyalty is a concern, and that worries me. Bets. All bets are off, huh? Franklin Betts, that's a possibility. Wong is also possible. Trevor Wong. Let's see if we can pull off the fourth pick. Probably not. I mean, yeah, see, they're not even interested in my first round pick. Do I, by chance, have anyone who they'd be interested in snagging that's on my lineup? Just Heinola. He's always the one that keeps coming up here. One of my main defensemen. Although I could find a decent replacement for Heinola. Because how old is he now? He's just a kid. I just drafted him. Right? Or I just picked them up from another team, rather. What about draft picks? This is my first interest you guys for next year. I think I'll have to give up the farm to pull that off. But what about the 5th? They're not so interested in giving up their 5th. Would they be interested in taking the 1st? Uh-oh, Thomas Johns. Thomas Johns has returned. That is worrisome. Drysdale. See, I might be able to... Gina would be over the 90-man limit. Alright, hold on. If I traded you Heinola... Why do you guys have so many players in your organization? That's kind of crazy. Give you my first round pick. Maybe if we included one of your... I'll take someone who's real low here. We'll go all the way to the bottom. We're willing to surrender. Bottom 6 player, AHL top players, bottom 6 forward, Cote. See, you guys have way too many players in your system. Holy crap. I mean, you got this kid listed. I know you're not going to go for this, but what else can I possibly offer you guys to make you say, I think I want to go for that? No. You don't want that 4th. What about a 3rd rounder for next year? Would that be enough? It would not be enough. What if I gave you this 4th round pick, because I really don't know what to do with it, and a 6th round pick? Look at, that's a lot of picks. And they'd still tell me to go F myself. The bummer is that I had to include one of their players. Just drove their value up a little bit. You know what? Instead of this 4th, I could offer... I could offer my 84th overall. Wait a minute. Did I miscalculate or something? 77 overall. Okay. Very good. Okay, so that's precisely what I needed to have happen. So I have the 5th overall pick now, not the 29th. So So I will be getting a stud. I lost Heinola in the process, but that's okay because I do have a really good prospect defenseman on his way up. I still have 3 second-round picks. Now, one of these picks later on, I'm going to need to... Where is it? My 157th pick, I need to move to 100. So that's 5th round. Let's look at our 5th round. Let's look for our 29th. We're all the way at the end here. All right, so this is the 57th pick. I need the 148th. So 156, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48. So let's see if the Be More Gladiators will be willing to take my 157th overall selection. Let's just offer and see if they go for it. Nope. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they'll sit there and go, oh, okay, we'll go for that. It's happened a couple of times, but you generally got to be pretty close. I'll also give you a 7th. How about that? All right, very good. So I made that move. Although I don't remember who I was trading for. It was for whoever was going 50th overall. Let me look at that real quick. So I'm either getting Betts or Wong. Ultimately. Oh, what am I doing? I just need to check this because this was Smiles. Okay, so this guy was a gem. Possible elite low defenseman. And who knows? Might turn out to be something pretty amazing. Meanwhile, I have the 5th pick. So unless these guys, for some reason, unless this guy slips, but he's not loyal, but I can be pretty well assured that I am either getting Betts or I'm getting Wong. Both are ready to play next year. I mean, this is a playmaker, so his puck skills are what really matter. The teammate utilization thing bothers me a little bit, but power forward with a great game. All right, so it's going to be one of these two guys. Either one, like I said, NHL ready. Also, man, I wanted Hakeem Malone, but he's basically just built to be just a monster of a defenseman that just beats the crap out of people that he hits. Obviously, he's capable of doing more than that, but who has the 9th overall pick? Let me see if it's possible that I can pull off some other miracle. What if I offered you... You don't want any goaltenders. And I don't have anybody who's really got enough trade value. I'm sure as hell not about to give you... my first overall for next year. No, it's not going to work out. Okay, no big deal. I was simply curious if I might be able to pull a fast one. Real quick, I want to see if I can also... Can I get anything for Appleby? No. What about Appleby and... Whoop. Selection has been made. Actually... the ones who have a little more value... Ooh, I'm actually getting an offer here. Holy crap. That's amazing. Okay. Mostly round 6s, or I can get a round 6 for this draft. Which I know, looking around that, I have question marks on my sheet, so it's like, they're kind of crappy. Alright, since they were bad this year, I'm going to think they might be bad again next year. So I'm going to take them on the offer of a 6th-round pick for a player who does not want to stay with my team. Bye-bye. Hanovan, same with you. You don't want to resign, so I don't want you. Hey, look. Look. They're going to give me a 6th-round pick as well. They need lousy goaltenders. So... Bye. What just happened? I hit the wrong thing. Hit the wrong damn button. Okay, so now Appleby's gone. I mean, Stefan's gone and Havanen's gone. Can I get rid of Appleby as well? No trades found, but what if I also threw in a 6th-round pick, maybe? Or maybe the 4th round? What about that? Nothing. Everyone's like, nope, really don't care. What if I was trying to get rid of him and Ferraro? Let me just get... The hell just happened? That's called I totally hit the wrong goddamn button. Ferraro, what position did he play? There he is. So he's been disgruntled. So him, I would like to just lose him as well. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's put each one of them up and see who bites. Okay. What would you guys give me? Sixth-round pick, maybe? Nope, not going to give me a 6th. What about a 6th-round pick next year? No. What if I traded you that and a 7th-round pick for next year? I'll give you back your pick from next year. No. No, not going to happen. No, there's a whole bunch of players that might want them. No. Okay, will you give me a 7th? Can we pull this off real quick? Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, so we're not getting Betts. Looks like we're getting Wong. Okay, let me write that down. So we are getting Trevor Wong is our first pick. A playmaking center, which is pretty freaking awesome. Elite medium, 76 overall. So while he's not an 80s, wow, none of these guys? Only Cochran, huh? Okay, once again, let's work on getting rid of Ferraro. Lousy attitude Ferraro over here. Let's face it, odds are I'm only gonna, he's like a 60 something. I'm only gonna get a 7th round pick out of this. So let's try to, no, they only had the 6th. And they're not gonna go for that, so. Seventh round pick. Alright, so we got rid of Ferraro. We gained ourselves another 7th round pick next year. And those 7ths, I've said this before, they can end up netting you a decent player out of nowhere. Like, you can sit there and all of a sudden like realize like, whoa, I just managed to land a player who's playing pretty damn well. So, hold on. The thing with Appleby is his value keeps going down. I don't really have to trade him, but 4 more years at 5.6, and like I said, his overall grade keeps dropping. But that tandem is pretty strong. Okay, we'll hold on to him. Okay. Now we'll just try to fly through the draft. I mean, I'm not getting any offers again. Like, I put Applebee's name up here, and yeah, no trade, so no one was interested. Any interest here? No. Any interest here? No. See, this isn't necessarily a bad time to try to figure out if you can get rid of some players, because if it's not likely that they're going to really develop into anything, then there's no reason to really keep them. Like Sadao is probably not going to be anything, and actually, see, my defense is that, like, I need to improve pretty much in every way. You know what, Bartkowski? He was getting injured all of the time. Yeah, maybe I try to move him. All right, I'm not going to make any moves from here on unless I get offered something and it's something I can't pass up. But let us carry on to the next pick. First of all, Malone goes to Quebec City. Do I... I get my man, Derek Quincy. Hell yes. He is an elite low with a 72 overall. Very good. So that is a strong right wing. Moving right along to our 46th overall pick. Okay, nobody chose the guy that I'm looking for. Oh man, and he is right on the button there. So Radulov was the next guy I had marked. Defensive defenseman. 6'1", 201 pounds. But look at that. Leadership ability, no weaknesses, 3-year development time probably. And a B- shooting. So that ain't bad for a defensive guy. What do we get from Radulov? Top 4 defensemen, my friends. And that's exactly what he was originally scouted to be. That's what he turns out. And it's probably going to be a year before we can sign him and put him on our AHL squad to start seasoning a bit more. All right, so to the 61st overall pick. And we were aiming for Whitfield. I'm not going to debate it. I'm just going to go after who I was going after. An elite medium. I'm glad I stuck to my gut. 50 overall, which just means nothing more than he's going to be in development for a while. That's it. So to our 93rd pick. And hopefully, the guy we want is... Oh, son of a bitch. That's the dude that I wanted right there. What a bummer. What a bummer. Okay, well, who is available then? We had this Hudson Chiodo guy. He's a smaller player, but he's got pretty good skills overall. So, let's go for it. What does he turn out to be? A top 9. So that's not too bad. So, Chiodo, top 9, with a 66 overall. So he should develop pretty quick. And now I believe Ahonen is the next guy I was aiming at. It was, and mainly because there's not really anything that's too amazing between this guy and my next pick. So, yeah, but look, top 6 defenseman possibly. And if nothing else, trade bait. But that was the main reason I wanted that other goaltender, Andronov, however you say it. I really wanted to get that guy because I wanted to use him as trade offering for, you know, trying to get into a higher first round pick next year or the year after or whatever. Okay, so here I was going, I think I was just grasping at straws at this point. Okay, we had Chekimovs was the one that I was looking at. Because I think a lot of the other guys had like injury prone and whatnot listed on there, and I'm trying my damnedest to avoid that. Now I know I'm going to have some players that I may pick that are injury prone, but it was like later draft selections and, you know, kind of being in a situation where I was like, well, I don't really have a choice. Kind of just have to pick the best thing available, and we're going to have to hope our best that these injury issues do not become a problem like Barkovsky. Or, if worse comes to worse, like I said, we'll trade him. Alright, so I have 116th and the 125th. I already have someone lined up for the 125th. But unfortunately, we really don't have much. Really don't have much here. I mean, this is most likely going to be, yeah, see, injury prone. But this is like one of those situations where I'm going to pick him even with the injury prone tag, just in hopes that maybe he can be something. Maybe he can be a trade asset. Bottom 6 forward. Yeah, not amazing. He will most definitely be getting traded away. Alright, so Smith Pelly is the next one that we're going after. As you say, it's a lot of yuck. But we got a pretty good look at him, so top 6, alright. Not the elite that we were hoping for, but they don't all have to be elite. Okay, my next selection, I traded up to get Smiles. So hopefully nobody really jumped over me. Oh, there we go. And this guy was a gem. Mark that down. So an elite low, he actually turns into an elite low. 49 overall, which means he's going to be a project, but that's fine. There's also a very good chance that because he was a gem, so to speak, like there's going to be teams making me crazy offers to pick that guy up. And by crazy, I don't mean like the most amazing offers, but like they will be offering things that I think will be worth more than that guy's value actually is. All right, so Arcabello was the next one that I had listed. Here we go. Bottom 6 forward. I mean, we're definitely in the zone of best available player. I mean, as it is, the next 2 picks, I don't even have anything listed because I was looking at them as well. I could possibly use these as trade, trade offerings, but this one I guess I did give up the 189th. So we'll get rid of that. Okay, so McAllister is the one I would use for my next selection. So we do have this guy, Emmanuel Keith. Man, he sucks. The consistency is terrible. Oops, what about Corrado here? Alright, well, he's a little bit better. Is there any magic before the 210th pick? Pro Cop? Passing ability. Offensive consistency. It's not really great. Work ethic, character, and reach. Big, strong kid. You know what? Screw it. Let's see how Pro Cop turns out. Top 6 defenseman, possibly. We'll see how that actually ends up. Like I said, we like these players. These late 7th round players who could turn into a little surprise either in a trade or sometimes these guys actually just develop and turn into something worth having. So McAllister was next. I think I might have, yeah, I think I was diving deep on these. Fringe starter. Again, we'll definitely be trading that away. 217th overall pick. This is just going to be whatever the best thing is that's available here. Marshall. Injury prone. Loyalty's no good. That's a recipe for disaster. No strengths. That's never a good thing either. Alright, Sotheby. Injury prone. Do we have any other elite level players here that maybe we got a better look at? Oops. Did I skip one that was up here? No. Yeah, he's not good. Alright, we're just going to go with this guy. He's a power forward. Bottom 6 player. His name is D. Fratton. It's a pretty funny name. Fratton. He is a right wing. Bottom 6. 50 overall. Probably not going to turn into anything. And then we are done. Whoops. So not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. We definitely got a couple players I was hoping to get. That being a top 5 player, and I also wanted to make sure I picked up Quincy, a player I created. So, you know, there's a bunch in this game that I guess I've created, so doesn't mean I'm going to get them. It just means I'm crossing my fingers and I hope so. Oh my lord, my head coach. Sorry you guys, you probably had to listen to me swallow that mouthful of tea. Alright. He was making under $1 million. He's now an A-. What is he asking for? $3 million for 5 years. Okay. So our budget is going to be hurting. It's going to be really, really hurting. All right, this won't be so bad. As usual, usually what I have for scouts, they all pretty much accept whatever your offer is. Or whatever they want, I just say, yeah, sure. We don't need to try to play around with the money. They're in our budget. We're not going to suddenly have not enough money to handle it. Where I was having issues before is I would be like, I was just always under the assumption that I'm probably gonna have to make sure I keep offering these guys like a little bit of a raise just to, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need to offer them a raise because they're already automatically factoring in a little bit of a raise for what they're asking from me. So I definitely don't need to offer them more money, because then the result was by the time like the last scout or two that I made an offer to, everyone else would be accepting, and as soon as it got to them, then it's like, well, now there's no more money in my budget to rehire these scouts. Okay. First, I want to go over to my operations budget. I want to drop some of my advertising down. I got travels already all the way down. I can add a little bit more to my coach budget. All right, so I have, gives me a little more leeway to hire my other coaches. Let's just make sure that that coach is going to hire. I'm going to make all my contract offers, and hopefully, before I offer anyone else, he's going to accept. All right, so Prosser, 35 years old, wants 1 year. I think that's fair, because this will probably be his last year. Right now, when at that age, it's just going to be a year by year. Same thing with Molson. Molson's 37. Yes, you can get 1 more year. And again, if these guys refuse to accept the offer because there's not enough money for them or whatever, fine. We will bid them adieu. Stefan Matteau wants 2 years at $4 million. Well, right now we can afford that. We don't have a crazy budget issue at this point. Holtz, you should not be asking for a lot of money at all. No. Look at that baby face. All right, so yeah, so $2 million for 3 years. That's fine. Because that's also a tradable contract. Hanley, we would definitely like to hold on to just 1 year. Can I get 2 years out of you? I mean, generally when it says yes, they want to return, they'll pretty much. Regner, who actually wasn't good enough for my lineup beforehand. And what is he asking for? Oh, $1 million. I can re-sign him for $1 million. I think he was making like $3 million before. Hey, you want 2 years? You can have 2 years at $1 million. Because at least this way, I'm not spending a lot of money on a player who is probably not going to be making my lineup. Dumont. This comes down to what you're asking for. 1 year. I got no problem with these 1 year deals because I will have players on the come up. Blyde. Can I get you for like dirt cheap? No. I just have a feeling that what's going to happen is I'm going to make some selections out of free agency to shore up my defense, and it's going to replace Blyde. And if I don't have players for the most part in the AHL that are like, I mean, oh, Blyde's not defenseman, he's a right winger. Well, I'm going to have to get some right wingers. I mean, as it is, I've already got Quincy, so he's probably going to take his place. So I think we're going to release Blyde. Sorry, buddy, but you were just a grinder anyway. Howell, I know he is worth holding on to, so we will be giving him a 3-year contract. His stats should start going up. Chiodo, a 66. Do I want to bring you in already? Third round pick. Drysdale was from last year. You know, I don't have a lot of... You know what? Let's do it. I don't have a lot of players right now in the system, so it's not a bad idea to get these guys playing, even if it's just to develop on my AHL team. Kalmakov, best he's going to get is to be an AHL top 6. What's he asking for? An entry-level deal? Okay. Outlaw. All right, let's see what he can do. We'll put him on our entry-level contract as well. Radulov. Second round overall pick. I mean a second round pick. With 63, I could let him continue to develop. Let's see something. What are we talking about in terms of defensemen? I have all the defensemen that I need. Then we've got our backups. Right now I don't have many that are going to be in the AHL. So if we start getting guys banged up, alright, we can take a chance with Radulov. Let's put him in the AHL cooker. T. Wong, 76 overall. Yeah, we're going to get him right away. Again, he's not the most amazing overall player that you know. Burns can wait. Yeah, these guys can all wait. Wong's not like, you know, oh, he's a rookie and he's got an 80-something overall. But that's okay. Wilcox, I mean, I got... I think we can release him. Snyder's going to take a while. Was that a selection from this year? No, I don't know where he came from. Maybe he was, you know what, he might have been last year. Javnik. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. Don't know where he came from. But I don't have a lot of right wings, so we might as well sign him to an entry-level deal. What are our goalies looking like? Hargrave, no, I'd rather leave him to develop And, well, actually, if this dude, here's the debate. Do I pick up another goaltender in free agency from an AHL team? No. I think I have Hargrave get his entry-level contract. And even though we don't have the most amazing goaltending in the AHL, who cares? I'm focused on the NHL squad. And Zadorov is going to be costing me a pretty penny. I'm quite sure of it. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anybody. So let's see who accepts, who declines. Coach is my most important thing. All right. Well, you're getting paid a ton of money, especially compared to what you were making. So, yeah, you should be accepting that. Okay, these are my scouts. They're always the first ones to chime in and say that they're happy. All right. Yes, Picard made it so. Grease, yeah. Radulov, welcome. Oh, Regner. You're going to reject the offer. I'm going to reject you. So, all right, Stefametto sticks around. Molson sticks around. Dumont sticks around. Prosser. Holtz. Joe Hanley. Not interested. Okay. Drysdale. Howell. Cal McCall. Wong. Trojanovic. Hargrave. Chiodo. Outlaw. Come on, that's the best name. Outlaw. All right. So let's now take a peek at who did not sign the contract. Now, Hanley said he was interested, but here's the thing. His potential is to be an AHL top 2 defenseman. He's 30 years old. This dude doesn't want to re-sign? And what was he being offered? I mean, he's still making $1 million for being a player who wasn't all that hot. So, goodbye. And Regner, you I was looking to trade away and get rid of anyway, so bye-bye. Quincy. Quincy! Why did I not have a contract offer for you? Oh, no, my friend. You are on the squad. Let's go. Let's go, boy. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss anyone else. Nobody else that is ready. Austin. Goodbye. Sorry, buddy, but you're not gonna make the squad, my friend. Not gonna. And then just take a peek, make sure goalies are squared away. Okay. So we're good. We're all set for goaltending. And now comes the fun thing to look at the coaching staff and oh boy. We have budget remaining. The remaining budget is more than what this dude. I mean, the budget remaining is, yeah, it's less than what this guy's asking for. So this is troublesome. All right. I'll offer him his contract. We're gonna be in deep now. Because I'm gonna have to get 2 different goaltenders. I mean, coaches, because I'm not gonna be able to afford. Hopefully, I don't have to get an entirely new staff. Let's find out. I might. If that goaltending coach does not accept it, of course, all my scouts are happy. Thank you, Quincy. I'm glad that you're here. Last of my scouts. Okay, good. Even though you're a D- overall, that's one less coach to have to worry about. God. Well, guys, honestly, there's nothing else I can do. We're going to have to go into free agency and shore up the holes in our team. And we're going to have to replace these NHL coaches and find available players for cheap that fit our team, which is going to be tough. Yeah, and we are definitely below the minimum. Oh, maybe not. No, we're not below the, I think it was 69 million or something like that was the ceiling, or maybe it was the cap floor. So I have just under 18 million to play with, which is plenty to be able to, like, bring in some competent players. And I'm not going to be going for players that are like an 80-something overall or whatever. Maybe if I see one that's affordable that I can pull off, then maybe. But for the most part, I'm just going to try to fill the gaps in the lineup. But I'm going to do all of that on my own time because that's very time-consuming, and nobody wants to sit through even more of me pulling that nonsense. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying things, and by enjoying things, I mean washing your hands all the time and keeping proper social distance and being smart out there, not being afraid. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button, do all the YouTube stuff that everybody tells you to do. And until the next one, as always, peace.